Don't waste your skill scrolls. These are the best skills that you want to upgrade first. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? Nugget here. I come with you today with a Sun Jinwoo and Hunter skill guide. So in this video, I'm going to teach you guys basically the skills you should prioritize as you're leveling up for Sun Jinwoo and the Hunters. I'll have timestamps as well, so you can skip either forward or backward and know which place is where. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Make sure you like and subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can know each and every time we go live. Alright, so starting with the boy Sun Jinwoo. As you can see, I have a bunch of skills here, and actually let me just go to the skills section and we'll be able to look at it. So guys, first thing I have to say, if you did not become the Monarch of Shadows, you do not want to upgrade this first skill. So his first ultimate, not his first skill, his first ultimate. So his first ultimate is Darkness Obliteration. You're gonna get that basically by the first two job changes, I believe, and this one is doing 3,000 damage of his attack. So you end up getting Truth Mutilate, and I think they're even adding another one. So you definitely at least don't want to upgrade this. I can see you upgrading the Truth Mutilate, especially in the beginning, because you just want to do as much damage as possible. When it comes to that, that is fine, but do not upgrade this one. And with this one, I already have it upgraded all the way to level 4 up until it needs the red skill scroll. So what's the difference? We'll talk about that as well. But next thing you want to upgrade or prioritize upgrading, and this is going to be in order of importance, Shadow Step. Guys, if you're not Shadow Stepping in this game, you probably are losing a lot. I'm not gonna lie, because Shadow Step is one of the best skills in the game. It decreases the enemy's defense by 60% for 15 seconds. There is no other debuff that is stronger than this currently, and you get to do it every 15 seconds. There's a 15-second cooldown, and it lasts 15 seconds as well. So make sure you guys are Shadow Stepping. Honestly, if you're not Shadow Stepping, I might have a combat guide coming out very soon for my PC players, and maybe my mobile players can also read into that a little bit. But Shadow Step is very important. We're gonna upgrade that all the way to level 4 as well. Now with the Collapse and Death, honestly, I don't really prioritize these too much because these are QTE skills. I don't rely on the QTEs too much. I feel like this is more so a wave kind of enemy thing, but you can obviously upgrade these. I wouldn't upgrade these too far, maybe level 3 if so. Now let's talk about his basic skills. We talked about the QTE and the ultimate. Now let's talk about his basics. Now when it comes to his basics, you need to be mindful. These top 6 skills are the weaker of the skills. These bottom 5 skills are going to be the strongest of the skills. Now we're on the free to play, right? Armor Break, you do not get this until you're level 55. Now, if you're lucky like me and you craft enough runes and you actually get Armor Break, we got it twice here. We got the Decimation and the Iceberg version, so that's very fire. But your setup will be looking something like this. So you should have Vital Strike, Mutilate, Death's Dance, and the Commander's Touch. So what's the most important out of these? Starting off, I think the Commander's Touch should go priority above the rest of these. Why? Because with the Commander's Touch, that'll help you out with wave bosses and things of that sort. Now, Black Hole is probably one of the best runes you want to go for in this category. Some other good runes, I am a personal fan of, which one is it? Absorption's pretty good, Finisher's probably 3rd best, and then Liberation would probably be the last best. So and we can preview these two as well. Or no, Liberation's actually pretty good as well. But once I started getting Black Hole, honestly, this is the best rune that you have. As you can see, many YouTubers use these for speedruns and things like that, just to gather all the bosses together and damage them all at once. So it's definitely one of the best runes. As far as leveling up, you want to level it up as far as possible. And real quick, I guess we can explain the +2s. When you have multiple skills unlocked, that's going to add another level to that skill. So what do I mean by that? As you can see here, we have the Commander's Touch. It's level 6, but in the parentheses it says 4 + 2. So it's actually level 4, but it's getting the +2 because I have 2 runes unlocked for it. If I had 2 more basic runes unlocked for it, that would be another +2. So it'd say 4 + 4, and it would say level 8. Now this changes because let's say I have an epic rune, and I don't have any epic runes, unfortunately, but the epic rune gives a +2 boost. So let's say I had an epic Black Hole Commander's Touch rune, it would say +7 now. So 4 + 3, and then so on and so forth. And then that's for every epic rune. It gives +2 instead of +1. So it's a lot of math, but once you guys have the runes, you'll definitely see what I'm talking about. I'm getting the epic Death's Dance soon, so instead of 4+1, it's going to be 4+2 soon, and everybody gets that for free at day 7 reward, so just be mindful of that. But while we're talking about it, Death's Dance probably wants to be the next skill that you want to upgrade. This is going to do your heavy break. Now, you don't want to upgrade this too far because, like I said, you're going to eventually get armor break. This is going to take you some time, some grinding, some days. And honestly, when it comes to breaking in this game, there's too many break hunters, too many tanks that can help you out when it comes to breaking. So you don't need to upgrade this too far. As you can see, I have this at level 4. And honestly, I'm going to say level 4 a lot because level 4 is really going to be your sweet spot when it comes to leveling these skills up, because that's right before it takes the player skill scroll 2. And with this, I don't think you get this too early on in the early game. Honestly, we just hit the Vulcan chapters and we haven't been getting too much of it. Now, after the Commander's Touch and the Death's Dance, you want to upgrade the Mutilate. So when it comes to Mutilate, this is honestly another one of the great skills that you want to consider upgrading. As you can see here, I have the Phantom Mutilate on, which I probably think is one of the best runes in the game, possibly. But there's also this Stroke of Lightning one. I haven't had the chance to get this one because I'm just unlucky when it comes to that on both accounts, but there's a 20% chance the hunter will ignore 100% of the target's defense. Honestly, all these runes aren't bad though. We got the Cold Storm that freezes the target for 2 seconds. The Frostbite deals damage equal to 30% of the user's attack every 3 seconds. We have a lot of good runes for Mutilate, guys. Definitely you want to invest in this one. It wouldn't take priority over the Commander's Touch unless you need a lot of DPS. So that's where you want to upgrade this a few more times. Maybe you could do it to level 6, level 5, whatever the case may be. And then last but not least, we have Vital Strike. Now I have this one on point. Honestly, I'm waiting to get Honen though, because Honen is probably another one of those better ones. As you can see here at the level 3 stage, it's doing 600% of Jinwoo's attack, and then the damage dealt to bosses and elite monsters increases by 45%. So that's pretty crazy. But I'm not terribly out of luck with this on point because it gives us a shield every time I use this skill, so it can kind of work like a double-edged sword. We're gonna face Vulcan next free-to-play stream, and it's water affected, so this honestly is probably going to be one of the runes I bring to the game, along with the water armor break. And I can talk about this. If you guys are lucky enough to get this before level 55, then go ahead and upgrade this. You want to upgrade this above pretty much any other one of these skills, because I'm not going to lie, this is probably one of the craziest skills in the game, especially if you get the decimation one. I ran this in a few Battlefield of Trials, so even with bosses that didn't even have break gauges, because 1000% of Jinwoo's attack isn't crazy. Now the cooldown of 20 seconds isn't favorable, but there's so many things about this skill that is just insane, guys. So when the skill is used, it increases the critical hit damage by 30% for 5 seconds. So it's pretty fire, guys. If you can get your hands on armor break before you reach level 55, even after you reach level 55, you definitely want to upgrade this well enough. So honestly, where I would target this is probably before it needs the mana power extract, so maybe that's level 8 or whatever the case may be. But yeah, these are the skills you want to upgrade, and these top 6 will kind of be on a need basis. Depending on the runes that you might have, you might get these leveled up anyway, because you're gonna non-stop gonna be crafting runes, guys. You're never gonna stop crafting runes. If you're not crafting runes, you're not doing it right? Because you need more runes, you need more dupes, because the more runes you have, eventually you'll start unlocking dupes, and then that will lead you to getting epic runes. So what do I mean here? If we go here, by the way, this is where you want to go. You want to go to Fusion. Each time you have 100 rune fragments, and how you want to get these. There's a few ways to get these. You can play a red gate in the gate section. You can go to your inventory to skill rune. Well, here, right? And that's just dupes that's in my inventory. You can go to Celebration Coin Exchange, and basically you can trade your commemorative coins, either one of these, and then get a few runes. As you can see here, we can buy about 10, so I can actually craft a rune right now if I really wanted to. We might as well for video purposes and education purposes. Or you can go to bonus, and in bonus we should see it somewhere here. So that's the pay to win side of things, but we're very free to play friendly. So anytime you have over 100, then you can go ahead and click fuse, and then a super success rate of 2% is pretty nice. Looks like we got a Commander's Touch, so nice. So not a dupe, And now, as you can see, we unlocked a new rune, so that leveled up our Commander's Touch from level 6 to level 7. So if we go to the skills page, this is what I mean. So my Commander's Touch was just level 6. It said 4+2. Now it's 4+3 because we unlocked another rune in this category. So these runes are going to stay locked, and the only way to unlock them is to keep on crafting, guys. But let's say you keep getting dupes of the same runes. Basically, here's where you want to take care of that. Now here, when you want to fuse skill runes, basically with this one, you can end up getting an epic rune. There's a 35% chance you'll get it, but it works kind of like enhancements where you can break or be unsuccessful. And when you're unsuccessful, basically this draw point will get a +1. So when your fusion is successful, your bonus rate will increase. You'll gain 1 or more fusion points. When your fusion is super successful, your bonus rate fusion points will reset. And then later down the line, because I still haven't even gotten a legendary rune, but let's say you get a bunch of epic rune dupes, then obviously here's where you want to get it. And then you have a 25% chance of getting a legendary rune. And this is pretty much what we all want to work to. This will be very, very game changing in the late game. And if we want to talk about differences between that, we just unlocked the absorption Commander's Touch, so you can kind of see the difference here. So this one's doing 935 in base, and then as you can see, these are the buffs here: 7.5 of their MP, 7.5 of their power gauge. And now let's go back to our skills. If we go back to our Jinwoo, then we can see what this one is doing at the rare category. So 815, 3% and 3%. So guys, epic runes, legendary runes are gonna change your game style. Now, obviously, we won't be lucky enough to get legendary runes too much, but when you guys do get it, hopefully you guys get what you need. Now, let's talk about the hunters. Now, when it comes to the hunters, it's going to be very, very interesting, but stay with me. So I believe I found the perfect way when you want to go about upgrading it. I think that you should start off upgrading their ultimate skill, their basic skills. You can consider their support skills, but if you get enough dupes, it works kind of like getting runes. So I get that +1 effect. So this one's level 5 because it's level 4 +1. And as you can see, we have 1 star on Cha here. So I kind of don't prioritize upgrading that too much. Now for Cha, I did just upgrade pretty much everything. Got everything up for the events to get her SSR weapon dupe. So that was pretty nice. But let's say I just got an SSR hunter and I wanted to consider upgrading their skill. I believe that some characters have better skills in their QTE ultimate. Some characters have better skills in their basic, like Jinwoo. She ends up having the Water Dragon Rush and Lightning Kick. These are very, very nice skills that you can kind of combo and change back and forth together. So these actually matter probably more than her ultimate because you can spam these, right? So you definitely would want to upgrade these up as much as possible. Like this kind of does take priority over the ultimate because we're doing 800. We're doing 800 here. Put that together, that's over 1600. And then her ultimate, if we upgraded it that high, would be 1700, but we're doing 1600 basically every 5 seconds because you can, attack, spam this, go back here, go back here, go back here, go back here. And then the basic attacks, you definitely want to upgrade that, but I would take that into last priority. The damage increase isn't too high. Like if we got to level 4, this is only 16% more. Now that will stack over time, but honestly, I didn't see it being too important. The core attack might be what you want to upgrade though, because with the core attack, let's say I wanted to get it to level 4, 420% versus 490% does make a difference. So if you want my complete way about going at it, and I think this can apply to virtually every hunter. I don't know any SSR hunter this wouldn't apply to, but you want to go their ultimate skill, upgrade that to around level 4 if you can. Go to their skill details, go to their basic skill, both of the basic skills, upgrade that as high as possible. Go to their QTE skill, upgrade that relatively in the middle between where you have their ultimate and basic skills, and then you can go for either the core attack, then go to their support skill, then go to their basic attack. So with that guide, basically you're able to, save your skill scrolls. And how you want to get these is the same way you want to get Jinwoo's skill scroll. So play a red gate, go to Celebration Coin Exchange. As we can see here, it'll be, right here, right? And then if I wanted to get 15 of these, I can get 15 of these as well, but just be mindful, these are all from draws, so they won't be, you know, just free to get. These reset very, very little often, so the next reset is in 26 days, and it's crazy, but you can get 15 of that if that's really what you need. Now, last but not least, we have Jinwoo's weapons. So his weapons actually have skills attached to them as well. So with this one, it's actually very simple. You want to end up upgrading the 3rd category weapon because this is the weapon that switches. So for this one, it's Plum Flower Flight. For the Grimoire, it's the Water Spray. You want to prioritize upgrading this first as high as possible because this does the largest amount of damage, and then you want to go from basically right to left. So upgrade this as high as possible, do the core attack, and then go to the basic attack. And this applies really to every SSR weapon you'll get. Even the SR weapons, I pretty much upgraded them I would upgrade them the exact same way. But what do you guys think? Leave your comments below, and while you're at it, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications so you can know each and every time we're going live. And last but not least, join the Discord, the No Good Mafia. Link is in the description. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.